Yes, please, your question.
Yes,
Sponsor?
yes, Steve Futterman from CBS Radio. So, hi. You talked about the long haul, which there's lots of things you can read into when you talk about the long haul. You also talked about having frank discussions with the family members.
Excuse me, could you speak a bit louder,
Okay,
please, sir?
yeah, sorry about that. You talked about the long haul, how suggesting that this is going to be a very long ordeal, which you, I think, have suggested before. You also talked about having frank discussions with the family members. Now, I don't expect anyone to tell family members to give up hope. You would never do that. But at the same time, when you have frank discussions, do you present realistic odds, realistic scenarios to the family members, which obviously they may not want to hear? And how difficult is it for you to be frank with family members about the chances of their loved ones being alive today?
It's very, very difficult, because the one question that they really want to know is the answer to which we do not have, which is where are their loved ones and where is the aeroplane?
Yes, please, the gentleman behind there. I don't know. No? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Your question, sir, and identify yourself, please, sir.
Hi. Thank you. My name is Yoshioka from NHK Japan. I have a question regarding the person who said the all right, good night. On Monday press conference, you said the initial investigation indicated it was the co-pilot. So my question is now, who do you think it was?
Well, this is obviously this part of the investigation. Like I said, this is just the initial, when we listen to the initial recording, we suspect it was the co-pilot making the last call.
You're not able to recognize the voice from the 53 years old guy.
I think we've gone
I think it's
through it.
with the investigation team, so let them actually investigate that fully.
Okay, we proceed to the next question. Mandarin, behind you, please. Thank you.
Yesterday, I'm from China News Service. Yesterday, you mentioned Malaysia's lack of equipment or technology of deep water researching. And are you going to require more countries to use it, such as the China's Snow Dragon one? Yes, is that useful?
Yes, China is fully aware of our requirements, both at the moment and the possibility of deep sea search and rescue. The idea of ping locator is one asset which is immediately required to identify where the black box is within the 30-day period. But to do that, we need to narrow the areas of search. So we are focusing on the credible information that was given to us by the Australians who are leading that quadrant. And if we can narrow that, then we'll be in a better and a stronger position to know what sort of equipment that we need. But I can assure you that the Chinese authorities are more than willing and have been very cooperative. No, I cannot.
Okay, your question, sir.
Dimitri Sevastopoulos, Financial Times. One of the difficulties with the search is that the planes can only spend 2 hours. Sorry, back here. One of the difficulties with the search is that the planes can only spend 2 hours in the region when they get there. Why has the Pentagon not sent refueling tankers so that the planes can spend longer time in the area? And are you going to ask Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel to do that when you talk to him tonight?
After your question, I probably will.
But has that been discussed so far? Because it seems like a...
I don't, the operational side of it, I do not discuss at the level of Secretary Chuck Hagel. But now that you have raised it, I'll probably raise it with him tonight.
Okay, we go to the next question. The gentleman. Is that okay? Yeah, brother. Yeah. Right, so
Hi, Jake from the Wall Street Journal. Can you give some more details about basing in Kazakhstan? Can you give us an idea of what will be based there, what capabilities they will have, and does that mean that you're shifting focus in some way to the Northern Corridor?
Sorry, I couldn't find you. Yeah, Kazakhstan, did you say?
What he's saying is, you talked about Kazakhstan in your statement,
does it mean that you're, in a sense, returning your focus and attention to the northern corridor?
No, that just shows that we are concentrating on both corridors. And in relation to Kazakhstan, they have said that they have no news or confirmation that the airplane was in their airspace. And we are waiting a reply from them as to whether we can use Kazakhstan as a staging point. And until and unless they confirm that, I wouldn't be in a position to say more.
So what about the assets? What assets?
Can you just wait?
Please, hold on. Okay, last question from the gentleman there, please.
Minister Siva from Reuters.
Siva, just hold for the mic, please, Siva.
Minister Siva from Reuters. Two questions. There was a report that the pilot made a phone call from the cockpit just before the flight. That report came out overnight. Could somebody comment on what that phone call was, if you have any evidence of that, and could you provide some details? The second thing is, you keep talking about wanting to narrow the search corridor, but you clearly have not been able to do that so far. So could you be a bit more specific about some of the challenges that you're facing in narrowing those search corridors? What more can Malaysia do? What more can your partners do to help narrow the search corridor?
Well,
Thank you.
honestly, the search now has taken a global perspective. I don't think there's any bigger search and rescue operation being done right now. To have the US, the Chinese, the Japanese all working together with all the sophisticated equipment in Malaysia is only just a coordinating country, because it would be impossible to have such sophisticated equipment within our armory. But the fact that their support has been overwhelming, that is what I meant. But with the most sophisticated equipment out there in the world, and if we as a global community cannot narrow it, I don't know who else can. So basically now you've got the Poseidon, you've got the P3, satellite images have focused to some areas. That is what I meant by on the operational side, the narrowing of the corridor, especially the southern corridor, as you can see, raises its own challenges, and the depth of the sea, the weather and the waves. If we do not find it within the 30 days, it brings in other issues of how to locate, as the French airline had to take 2 years to find, and that comes into a different realm of search and rescue. The phone call, I think you have to answer.
Well, as far as we're concerned, we are passing this information to the investigating authorities, and they will investigate us.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, with that we conclude the session for today. Until we meet again tomorrow. Thank you very much.